All right, yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Mans Are Mossing podcast. This is your host, Dreday. I know everyone out there could probably hear the clearness in my voice for this episode because we finally upgraded to some mics.
Jeez.
Today I am joined with some of the homies from the Knowledge and Nonsense podcast.
Hey,
Let's get it.
First, we got Ron,
Yep.
and then we also got Mike.
Yes.
Hold up, I'm trying to find the sound effects right here for you guys right here. There we go. Yeah, thanks for you guys for wow, I messed up right there, but yo, it's all good. Thanks for joining me for episode 27.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having
sure,
us.
man.
Really appreciate you guys coming through to Lotus Recording Studios today. Also make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, because right now I gotta make sure I do it at the beginning because I feel like doing it at the end, people always feel like
Yeah, it's true.
like they don't hear. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, rate us, all that good stuff. Do a little shout out. Give a little horn right there.
Yes, for sure, man.
This week we don't have Nick. He's actually still quarantining because he went to LA to do a couple photo shoots. So
Nice.
So I think in the next. Not next episode, but the episode after, Nick should be back on the podcast. So,
All right.
So if anything, we'll bring you guys back when Nick comes true, and we can have a more deeper conversation
Yeah.
than this time. So, for people that don't know anything about you guys, Ron, you want to start off to let people know a little about you.
I know Dre through our work. This guy's like my podcast OG. This guy put me on. Like, I was interested in podcasting, but he gave me all the tips. I saw him doing what he was doing. So then me and my boy Mike, we ended up making our own podcast.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I met Dre through fantasy.
Yeah.
We have a fantasy basketball league
The
together.
funny thing is I didn't even know that I was even in the same fantasy league with him until today.
I know, it's crazy. Sent this guy some offers, didn't work out, but
Declined every single one of them.
Bro, you're too greedy, man. This guy, man, holy.
Hey, I'm coming back next year, so
man's just wanted Giannis. Is that too much to ask for,
yo, if Giannis didn't go down, I was saying it earlier, if Giannis didn't go down, I would have won. I would have made the playoffs.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you said you were going to win?
I feel like I could have
yeah.
made a push because Westbrook was going off. Ingram was still doing his thing because they're making a little playoff push.
Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember the rest of my team from there.
Don't matter. For all of those that don't know, I won. Ron won. This guy's trying to hate on me. And I beat Mike, too. So it's like,
You see how he
Perfect.
keeps talking about it? But I'm allow it. Don't worry. Next season.
Next season I'm coming back. So if next season, if I'm playing bad like I did last year, I'm gonna tank. So just know my team's gonna be like open
Tank
season.
early.
Yeah,
bro, just don't be so greedy this year with the trades.
Yo, we'll see. I might still be greedy. It's like, why not? Because, yo, I might finesse someone. There's going to be a time where my greediness is going to be like, yo, I'm going to pull up like Mazai and be like, yo.
You're going to trade
me that.
Bargnani?
I'm trying to trade Bargnani. I'm going to figure it out. And
It could work.
Not with me, man.
maybe not with you, but like you never know.
There's still 10 other teams.
You could get desperate.
That's true. You never know.
Yeah, if you get desperate enough, then
No, not
I
me.
swoop in.
But maybe Mike. I know.
Ron, chill. This is the first time. Ron, I've been to the finals twice. You've been to the finals once. I am more competitive.
1-0.
I am more competitive, Ron.
1-0.
Make it to the finals more than once.
1-0. That's all I'll say, man.
1-0.
This guy's feeling nice.
Yo, man, it's the championship season. Remember when the Raptors won?
Yeah, I
This guy was
remember.
all decked out in all Toronto.
Bro, I called in sick. I remember I told Ron, I'm like, I'm calling in sick, and I feel no ways. I'm like, they can write me up. I remember I told the next match, I'm like, you guys can write me up. I'm calling in sick. I'm going to the parade.
The man literally every day for like a month, only Raptors gear. Every day. I was like, bro, like everyone's gonna know you were at the parade. He just didn't care.
I'm like, I don't care. I'm taking the charge.
So you guys weren't allowed to go to the parade?
Nah, if you booked it off, you could have went, right?
Wow.
I was confident. I booked it off. I was like, they're gonna win, and there's gonna be a parade on the Monday. Booked it off. This guy said, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna call in sick,
Wow.
and he did.
No, because even my job, they gave anyone that wanted to go to the parade, you had the opportunity to go.
Really?
So we went, like almost the whole office went to the parade.
Jeez, man.
But like, this is something that has never happened before.
Yeah.
And it couldn't even, jeez, yo.
Yo, money is money, man.
Bro, I called in and I said, yo, I don't feel well. Hung up. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to the parade. My mom was like, aren't you afraid to be on camera? I'm like, yo, if a camera comes, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to scream. I'm going to be like, yo, we won the chip. Oh, but they can play them, like, they can write me up or whatever. But, like, I remember I came in the next day to work and they're like, yo, you were sick, right? I'm like, you know where I was at. I'm like, don't play. I'm like, don't play with me. You know where I was at.
Holy man.
So I wasn't playing with them. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
they
still
keep me.
But you had a good leader at the time, so you're good.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Couldn't do that now, eh? Or...
Nah, low key, you can still.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
You can probably still do it, but like, you just got tech time. You can't make it too hot. So,
if you don't do it often, I think you should be fine. So
fair enough.
But like, something I wanted to, like, I know we brought up outside when we were talking about it a bit was the story about KD, the rumor. Apparently, like, he went out with Lana Rhoades. He brought a backup date with him just in case if she didn't pull up.
Okay, like, what is a backup date? Like, what? Like, he actually had a girl there with him.
Yeah.
He showed up with this girl.
Yeah.
So what would have happened if Lana Rhoades did show up?
Then he would have been on that date with the other girl.
Bro.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But what about the girl? What is she thinking about this?
She already got paid.
What do you mean she got paid?
No, the date. He brought a girl on a date, but then he has another date. And then if that girl shows up, then his date is, like, what is she doing? She's going to take the bus home or some shit?
No, he'll probably call her Uber.
Yeah.
Wait, an Uber?
No, but like, if you're going to feel this, probably KD would have been like, hey, let me, slip you some money.
You know what? That's fair, man.
Yeah, pay for your Uber, pay for some food for you.
Bro, man, what are these
and
guys doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy, man. Honestly, for me...
You telling me that's bad?
No, I think that, like, if you're capable of doing that, that's pretty cool, but it's just weird.
No, I feel like they had some kind of agreement, like, before, like, he was probably like, yo, like, I'm supposed to go on a date with this girl, but there is the possibility that I might not go on the date with this girl, Well,
that's, like, I think that's just weird, man. Like, but, hey, man, you can do
NBA
it, do it.
superstar, yo. That's,
if you're an NBA
that's the lifestyle, yo.
Exactly, man. Do whatever you got to do. You're single. If the girls are okay with it, just do your thing, man.
But you wouldn't want to do that at least one time in your lifetime?
No.
No?
No.
I would want. Hey.
Wait. Yeah.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would want to. Well, if the opportunity came, I would probably do it, but I wouldn't say I'm hunting for it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, for sure. But just to know that you're at the status where you
like
can
the
have
celebrity status,
you can have a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really think about that. To know that you could have a backup,
mm-hmm.
You know how crazy that would be?
No, I guess that means you have some serious coin, man, or people just want to be around you, man.
Yeah.
They're just down for it, man. That's, again, it's cool. It's just not me.
That's ultimate status. I want to reach that.
Yeah,
I will reach it.
Well, like once you got some kind of clout, like you can kind of do anything. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about, you guys know who Chromaz is, right?
Yeah.
So like how like Chromaz and Acker, both of them are dating. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
I think it's kind of different as a female, though.
What do you mean?
Because in this society, there's always that double standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always have the situation where, if a child is brought into this world, the females are usually the ones that have to make the ultimate sacrifice, while the guys don't even have to be in a picture for a lot of cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So a female can't really go around. And then plus we have that term, a hoe. A guy can't be a hoe, but a girl could be a hoe.
No, a guy can be a hoe.
Yeah, a guy
I know,
can be a
but
hoe,
do we really walk, or do people really walk around and say, oh, this guy is, but if a girl does it 2 times, oh, she's a hoe. A guy could do it 20 times, he's a champ. Let's get it. So
I think that's more to do with how guys interpret it. Like, I personally think a hoe is a hoe is a hoe.
yeah,
So, man, woman, don't matter.
But I'm just saying, for a female to do that, have a guy on the side, hey, you have a lot of guys, they would rather be the side man than the real man. So,
you know what? I guess there's benefits to being just, they're temporary.
yeah.
So it's cool.
That's facts, though. It's actually true facts.
But what about confidence? Why didn't he have the confidence to expect that Lana Rhoades would show up.
Nah, because you never know. Like, because like like both of them are like, I guess, like top. Well, she's not a porn star anymore, but like both of them are like up there in the status. So it's like sometimes people just do that just to be like, yeah, I stood up KD. So he just wanted to make sure to be like, oh yeah, I Euro stepped into like into this. Is like, no, I wasn't on the date with her. I was on the date with this girl instead.
You know what? That's actually pretty clever, man.
But I think he has the ultimate confidence to bring a second girl.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. You have to have confidence to be
100%.
Yo, you know what? I have this, but if it doesn't work, I'll have you. Okay? You cool with that? Like, think about that. Like, you have to be really confident to have that. For that, I think he's gonna win the finals. just for him to do that, yeah, for sure. He's going all the way now.
So that's just enough for him to win the chip. Just being a true savage, you're out there and just.
If you're a savage outside of your number one thing, then
Amen.
Wow. When you get back to your thing, unstoppable.
But like, what about James Harden? James Harden's out here tearing up the strip clubs,
Bro.
and he's not winning chips.
And he's cash apping Saweetie. Is that true?
Yeah, I seen that.
Bro.
100K just to go on the date.
Some of these guys are weirdos, man.
And that's why Harden is our next story still.
Man's making $40 million a year, and then he's just cash apping 100K just for a date.
Yeah, if I'm making $40 million a year, it's like, why not,
bro? For a date that may or may not happen.
No, it'll happen.
Are you certain it'll happen?
But he's one of the top ball players playing for one of the top NBA teams. Getting a lot of endorsement money. Saweetie said if a certain guy's messing with her, they gotta be making this kind of money. You know what I mean?
I saw that, but
yeah. So it's like he's already checked off most of the boxes that she wants. Cuevo took back the Bentley, so someone else got caught with a new Bentley because Saweetie's making the guap for it, but she wants someone else to gift her because she doesn't want to buy it.
But isn't that like a red flag? If you have to pay for a girl's presents, shouldn't you already be like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm 40 mil. I'm not trying to cut that in half.
Bro, I feel like that's like, isn't that like prostitution or like escorting? Like, yo, you're paying for her services.
No, because that's the same thing you can say about like people that clean your house. You can be like, I pay for your services. This is the type of prostitution.
But wait, that's like all work is like that. But like, if you're in a relationship with someone or you're trying to build a relationship, you're just going to spend money on them just because. But if you're paying them just to get their attention.
But you're not paying them for the service.
Yeah, like you're just paying her just to go on a date. Like that doesn't mean like you're guaranteed to smash her or anything.
Okay, so if you pay 100K, what are you expecting on this date?
He's just expecting to go on a date.
Yeah, he wants pictures, TMZ to catch them. Yeah.
Really?
Nah, I don't know about that. I was just gonna say that he wants to basically go on that date, and then I guess from there he kind of be like, it's on him to basically turn the situation to something positive for himself.
But you're setting the tone that you're gonna spend 100K just to get her attention. So then what happens after that?
You're setting the tone to be like, yo, I got it like that. You know what I mean? That's the type of fish that he wants. So that's the kind of bait you got to put out there to get that fish.
You're gonna have to stun a little bit, especially when you're 40. You get
40 mil.
40 mil.
You don't want to be like, because like she doesn't want a guy that's cheap.
It's not about being cheap, man. He has 40 mil. He can spend it on her, but
no, but like you watched the game.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember the game with Jason Pitts?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's certain people like that. So she's just trying to make sure that he's not a penny pincher, and he's about to drop those dollars for her.
Hey man, all power to him. If it works out, it works out, man.
All power to him. All power to her.
To her too, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Get your money up.
Well, I just hope that it actually works out for him. Like he can at least get more than one date.
Yo, this guy is signed with Adidas and he's getting 40 mil from the NBA. Ron, 100,000 is nothing to him.
Facts.
Hey,
and
man,
then I think he's dropping I don't know if it's James Harden. Yeah, I think James Harden's like co-producing a project.
He's executive. It's was it Lil Baby and Lil Durk?
Yeah, I think it's was it that? Was it that project? I know something with Lil Baby, but I don't know if it was that project. But if it was, then that was a pretty good project where this guy's getting the bag from that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, man.
So, bro, this guy's out here getting all these bags from all these other places. All these other like things we probably don't even know about. This guy's showing up to like kids' bar mitzvahs for like 10 mil. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
Harden's out there getting that bag right now.
Hey, for real, man. And he's one of my favorite players. The guy's a good player. KD too, man. Just spend your money wisely.
Right now for me, it's Luka still.
Hey, man.
Wait,
He's a good
Luka is
player.
what?
Favorite player.
Luka's my number one favorite player
Oh,
right now.
favorite. Oh, I thought you were gonna put him as number one.
Oh, it's all like right now in the league?
Yeah.
Nah, number one for me personally, I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's still LeBron. But like right now, because like KD's like playing as the guy and he's still in the playoffs, I think a lot of people are gonna say it's KD.
I think it's KD. I think LeBron's a little bit past his prime. He's still good.
I just feel like
I
I just feel like this year though for the Lakers was just, I don't know, man. It just LeBron needed help. Like
Yeah,
I feel like that's the excuse everyone uses every time. But
I
need
would
help.
I would always put LeBron number one, but the reason why I'm not putting him number one is because he's at number two. Because we see what KD is doing. He's leading the charge in these wins. Mm-hmm. When the Lakers win, it's AD who's leading the charge. So I feel like he's getting older, father time. Yeah. So because of that, he has taken a step back. And that's why, he used to be number one, but he's going to have to take a step back. He's number two, maybe even number three.
On that team
number
or just in the NBA?
In the NBA.
Who's number two then?
Number two?
Joker?
Ooh, could be Joker, bro.
I actually like him a lot more than
because
ever did.
He's my number two favorite player because he's on my number two favorite team.
This guy number two everything.
I would say number two right now. It's between Steph and Embiid.
Wait, Steph and Embiid.
Yeah,
wow.
As number two best players in the NBA.
I don't honestly, man. I don't know why everyone loves. I know Steph is good, but I just don't feel like he's that good.
Bro, you're crazy.
Bro, he's good, but I just don't feel he's that good.
Ron, you're crazy, bro. I don't know how you can even say that you don't think
that
honestly, Steph is that good.
He's top 10, but like
especially after this year,
he's top 10.
Ron, you need to separate team success from players' style of play.
You know how I am. You need to show up when you need to show up. He shows up in the regular season for sure, hands down. In the playoffs, way too many times he hasn't shown up. And that's when the pressure is the brightest. That's the situation. Even when he had KD, when he had Clay, this year he didn't have them. He stepped up even more and he lost the 2 games that he had a chance to win. I feel like he's a top 10 player. He's just not on the same level of a guy that really takes over a game.
I don't know about that, man. Like, I've seen Steph take over some games, especially in the playoffs. It's just like in the finals, it's like I feel like in the finals it just comes down to like also size. You know what I mean? Like mans are like roughing them up in the finals and stuff when they end up losing that 3-1 lead. But like obviously when they got KD, they were able to like basically like let him like do his thing. But he was still going off. He was dropping like 28 a game.
Yeah,
but he wasn't going off above KD.
Yeah,
and
because
people argue he's better.
Nah, KD's better.
Yo, if you look at ESPN's ranking of him,
because I always remember saying that KD's better, but it's just that it's Steph's team.
No, but like ESPN ranked the top 50 players of all time.
Yeah, we don't listen to ESPN.
No, I know.
ESPN's been saying that we're not making the playoffs for years, and we won the chip.
I know, but these guys literally said that he's ranked 13th and KD is ranked 14th all time. Like, to me, that comes down to his accolades. That's why they're putting him up there.
Yeah, and it's also the fact I feel like because Steph changed the game.
Well, like,
and as you say, he has more chips. Like, he has what? How many chips? Like 3, 4?
He has 3 chips. KD has 2, but 2 of them are based on KD.
Yeah, but then also those 2 wouldn't have been there without Steph. You know what I mean?
Are you sure?
I think they still would have won.
I think if you have the same team, Golden State without Steph, I think they still win.
Remember,
with KD.
At point they had Sean Livingston. You still have Clay. You still have Draymond. You still have Bogut.
Yeah, but what made the team work was the way that the offense went. Like, the offense wouldn't be able to do what it did with, like, just KD. Because, like, Steph was pulling from deep. Like, he's one of the first people to start pulling from deep.
Yeah.
And then, like, the offense was, like, different. Then that opened up stuff for Draymond and stuff like that. If it's KD, that would have taken away play time for Draymond. Clay probably still would have been Clay, but then they just wouldn't have been as dynamic.
No, I think that KD makes everyone better. I think Steph.
I don't think he makes anyone better.
He doesn't make anyone better.
No, I think he does. He makes the game easier for them.
Well, it's just because like people are doubling him, but that's like that's just him being a superstar.
Yeah. No, but then that makes the game easier for everyone else.
No, like
why was Golden State unstoppable when he came?
Because they had Steph, Clay, and they had KD.
But before he was there, they weren't unstoppable.
They looked unstoppable.
Well, we thought they were, but remember, they got roughed up.
They won 73 games.
I know they did, and then they lost in the finals.
But you have to remember that they had three guys that could shoot threes at a very, very efficient rate.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if you take one of those guys, Steph or KD, right, then you only have two, so it's easier to guard. But back to your point of, I don't think KD makes it easier for people, but he doesn't make them better. Like, he takes out stress for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like kind of like how the Raptors, they won a championship when they had Kawhi. Kawhi, no matter what, you could always rely on him to get you 25, at least 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, whatever. When you have a guy like that no matter what will always get that, everything is easier. Remember when we had DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah.
When he was here, like his performance would go up and down. And when he went down, everyone else's performance had to go up. And they couldn't do it consistently. But when you have that steady hand, then all you have to do is your job. And that's why I feel like KD's better, because he made Steph just have to do his job. Just shoot threes, just move around. And then KD will always be there whenever you need him. But when you look at Steph without KD, Klay Thompson was the one that usually saved them a lot of times and kept them in games. Draymond's defense too, and then Steph Curry would come up. That's not the same way for LeBron. It's not the same way with KD. They're always going to be there, and he just goes away sometimes.
I feel like that just comes down to size, though, and that's just something that Steph has no control over.
No, he doesn't. But like at the end of the day, the game is a game of giants. They're all giants. If you're a giant, in my opinion, the freaks are the greatest of all time. You have the Wilt Chamberlains, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Kawhi even is one of the greatest. KD is one of the greatest. Like Steph Curry's small, but he's a really
dropping
good
bombs,
player.
Especially like this season. I feel like he'll kind of open things up to be like, yo, I'm one of those. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it double team me, triple team me, try to rough me up. I'm still getting buckets.
He just disappears when it matters.
This year, but I feel like this year he just hasn't given the chance to, like, obviously because they didn't make the playoffs. But when he tried, he couldn't be stopped. But then the rest of his team's poo because you got Andrew Wiggins.
If he had Clay, they would have been in the playoffs. They probably would have had a chance. They would have beaten, in my opinion, if they faced Phoenix, they would have beaten them with Clay. I think they would have.
I don't know, man.
I think so because Wiggins,
Booker's playing like, I don't know, bro.
They have more weapons.
But Steph Curry and like Dame Lillard, those are the two guys, man. They're like machines, man. They can just shoot from anywhere. They would have canceled out Devin Booker. And then now you have Clay too that can defend them. Draymond is a great defender as well. Then they had Wiggins and Oubre too. That team would have been at least in a second round at least.
And Steph loves to see Chris Paul. He loves to see Chris Paul.
That shoulder would have popped out, yo.
He loves to see Chris Paul. No, but just think about it. Like, they have more weapons. They have guys that can go off for, I know this is a low number, but they have more guys that can go off for 20, right?
Okay.
You have Wiggins that could drop 20, Clay, Steph, even Draymond.
Oubre too.
Not Draymond.
Draymond could drop a 20.
Once every 30 games.
Once a decade.
Probably. You have Wiseman is all right.
Yeah, he's good.
Wiseman's nice. Just got injured.
And then they even have Oubre.
Yeah.
So they had more weapons.
With Clay they would have been better. Won. The team is better than people gave him credit for. If you add Clay to that, they probably would have been at least challenging for first place. That's why I say Steph. It would have been challenging, man.
I don't know. Wait, first?
I
only agree with that. I only agree with that because look at Utah. Utah had first, and if the Golden State healthy, is
Clay is
Utah just as good?
Great, like almost as great a shooter as Steph. He makes the game easy for him.
True.
Trust me, man.
I don't know about that, bro. You're crazy. These guys wouldn't. These guys definitely wouldn't have made it anywhere. Wow. I don't know about that. Bro, I think 4 seed, maybe second round team. But nah, you're bugging.
I said second round at the minimum second round, possibly championship, conference finals. Trust me, man.
All right, we'll see.
We won't see though.
Do you guys feel like LeBron losing the first round right now is like a huge damper to his legacy, or do you guys think it's just like it's whatever, he's gonna come back next year and they're gonna win the ring?
No, with COVID happening right now and that team was injury prone, everybody. No, it doesn't hurt his legacy at all, not one bit.
I don't think it hurts his legacy. If anything, I think it hurts Anthony Davis's legacy because he brought him here because he thought he was going to be the guy that helped him. This guy is like, he's looking like Pascal Siakam in the bubble.
Oh, right.
The man's always hurt. And then when he shows up, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's not. I don't know what's wrong with him. He should be the best player in the NBA.
Apparently they were saying that he's like out of shape and stuff like that. Like personally, for me, I didn't even notice it because like to me, I'm like, oh, AD looks good. Like as long as he's dropping like 30, I'm like, all right, this guy's blessed. But apparently these guys say he's out of shape. He tried to condition himself within the season. That's what kind of made him get injured.
You know that does make sense because like knowing him, when guys actually win the chip, you always see them do some type of workout video during the off season, and their off season was a lot shorter. And this is his first time actually tasting greatness. So I think it was I think he didn't do it properly during the off season.
Well, they were saying that like this is just him in general. Like he's always out of shape. Like he never like really takes care of his body properly because they're like, yo, how are you like 26 and your body's breaking down like this? Like this doesn't make any sense.
Do you think it was his growth spurt? That rapid growth spurt he had?
Nah, I just don't think he what's it called? He like works out properly. Like you know how like LeBron like takes care of his body like and all that stuff. Like I feel like AD was just never that guy. Like he was just always so good. He just worked on like his like skills and everything. I remember when he first came into the league, he had to put on some weight. But like I feel like he never still invested like in his body like that.
True.
And
that's fair, man.
That's why the man's always hurt.
But the way how he plays too, right? He wants to be that agile big man, and you know that doesn't mix.
Yeah, like he's trying to be agile, but it's also the fact he doesn't want to play center because he doesn't want to deal with all the like bumping and grinding and like all like the shoulders, like mans are just elbowing each other and all that. Like you gotta be big. But he wants to be like a finesse guy, like a how Chris Bosh was in Toronto. But like Chris Bosh ended up having to play center because he's like, yo, this makes the most sense. I opened up the court. I can still get my post ups and everything, but it's just now I'm the big man. I have to protect the rim, which that's what AD should be, yo. I don't know why he wants to always like play pretty.
It makes no sense. And if he played the way that we all expect him to play, then LeBron James, he just needs to do his job. He just needs to show up, and there's no pressure on him the same level. But now he has to play at a certain level. He's 36, 37 years old. You can't be doing this forever. Bro, can you do this shit forever? Like where you're playing like this man's been doing it since he's 18 years old?
Yeah.
Almost 20 years in the NBA. He's been probably the best player
every year
for 16 at minimum of those years. Now, like, look at him. He's older now. Like, let him take a break, man. Like, you're the guy. You should step up.
Not for Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is like, yo, if this is your GOAT, I need you to do GOAT stuff.
But it's true, though.
No. Michael Jordan is really good, man. Like, period. But think about it. He retired by the time, like, didn't he retire at like 36?
He retired early.
You know what I mean? And he had a year and a half off, too.
That's true.
LeBron James has been playing every single year. He's almost been healthy every single year. He's played on the Olympics. He's played in world championships. He's done all this stuff. He went to 10 straight finals. Like, you know, like that's a lot on your body. At some point, he's going to slow down. And we're seeing it. And then Anthony Davis is just as hurt as him.
AD's just chilling. This guy's like, yo, Bron, you can't deal with that?
Bro, man. Honestly, he should have stayed with Kyrie, man. I think it would have been better.
He never had a choice for that. Yeah, I was going to say, Kyrie's like, I'm off this.
No, but I feel like he should have given him, because I feel like at that time, LeBron was still at that level where he was like a great player. Mm-hmm. So then he was just like, okay, I'm not going to give it to you, Kyrie. I think that would have been the best move, because I think he at least has the mindset to be one of the best players of all time. He may not necessarily end up being at that level that AD can be if he got that mindset, but he's good.
No.
Oh my goodness. You guys, like all the players I like, I've learned, nobody likes them. Kyrie is really good, man.
I don't question that.
I know, but you guys question his teammate or like his ability to work in a team.
Ron, after he hit that shot, he did not want to be number 2 anymore.
But why is LeBron giving AD? He's trying to give it to AD, and AD doesn't want to take it. But then he had a guy that wanted it, and he didn't want to give it to him. That's how it appears to us.
Ron, we know that. Okay, Ron, this is the truth. Kyrie didn't want to sign to Clutch. He wanted to be his own guy.
Yo, nobody wants to sign to Clutch. Yo, they're all,
What do you mean? Everyone gets paid.
Bro, they're all getting forced to sign into it, man.
No, everyone on Clutch, everyone's getting paid.
Yeah.
OG, he just got paid.
Bro, OG's a good
got
player.
Paid.
KCP won a championship with LeBron.
Draymond got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond never got paid before, so he had to get paid. He won, 3 championships with them?
Who else is there? He got Eric Bledsoe, that contract with Milwaukee.
Ben Simmons is
with them. Both those guys have robbed. They robbed teams, man. Bledsoe and Simmons.
That's what I'm saying. So you hear that from Clutch, you're like,
bro,
yo.
But they're supposed to be the greatest or some of the best players in the NBA. So then obviously you're going to pay them. Everyone gets paid in the NBA.
Bledsoe, you've seen it, bro. I remember people were trying to compare this guy to Kyle Lowry. I'm like, don't disrespect my point guard.
Bro, it's our point guard too, so we're not disrespecting him like that. I'm not saying Eric Bledsoe is better than him. Hell no.
Eric Bledsoe's poo.
Yo, for one,
he's not. You really think he's that bad?
Yeah, he can't shoot.
He's not Kyle Lowry, man.
Yo, he can't shoot. He can't play make. And it's like, yo, you're my point guard. Like, what's the point of you being on the court if you can't shoot and you can't play make?
He should have been a 2. I think him playing point guard is the worst.
But when you're short and you're a 2, it doesn't mix well, especially when it comes to the playoffs. That's where everything gets exposed.
I think it's more matchups wise.
But in the playoffs, you're playing the same team. So then you get exposed. And then we're looking for a recovery. The next year, Eric Bledsoe didn't play better. Then they traded him.
No, it took like 2 years before they traded him. And they were dumb for taking him
over Brogdon.
But then, as I said, that's Clutch coming in being like, yo, we're going to finesse this contract for you. We're going to make you sign a year earlier than you should because we know that, yo, next year, those knees aren't looking nice. So we're gonna get those. We're gonna get that
How
contract.
How is that
quick.
Clutch though?
Because that's clutch. That's clutch for the players. That's not clutch for the team.
All right, man. I feel like everyone gives LeBron and his homies a lot of credit.
That's my GOAT, bro.
Who? LeBron?
LeBron. That's my GOAT.
Bro, not over Kobe.
Okay,
bro, that's over.
You said Kobe. I'm shocked. I was like, yo, Kobe's one of the best players. Like, he's definitely top 10 for sure. The only reason why I don't think he's that high is because I feel like Shaq was there, who's really great, and like he kind of masked him, and then LeBron James came. So it's like he was never, I guess, widely regarded as the best, and it took him forever to win an MVP, but he's good.
You got to remember, Kobe did it all by himself on one team.
That's fair.
Well, okay,
with
three
Shaq,
of the rings, two of the rings, it was him by himself.
He had Paul Gasol.
I know, but come on, we know what Paul was on.
Paul, what do you mean? He was one of the best big men in the league.
You don't remember that first when they played Boston the first time they met in the finals?
Yeah, and he got bullied.
Oh,
but then they came back because like, remember Paul Gasol was a finesse guy.
Yeah,
and then he came back after he got he got touched up a bit, as I think Shaq would say. Yeah, he got touched up a bit, so then he had to come back and be tougher. And then he did the bullying to Dwight Howard. And then the next year when they versus Celtics, he did the bullying to those guys. Like Paul Gasol was always good. He was a number 1 pick.
He was good, but
he was really good
compared to that Boston team where you have Ray, Paul Pierce, Garnett, playoff Rondo.
Was that are you talking about the first time, or are you talking about the second time?
For sure.
The first time. Oh no, yeah. No, the first time, yeah. But even the second time, you still have the big three.
Nah, but the big three wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same, man.
KG's knee wasn't the same. Rondo felt like he's that guy. Ray Allen was already like planning on leaving.
They still made it to the finals, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't stand that Boston team. Good riddance, man.
Because of Paul Pierce, yo.
Bro, that man I used to like him as a kid, but honestly, I don't feel like giving him any respect, man. They always bully the Raptors. It just pissed me off, man.
We never faced them in the playoffs, so.
Nah, but they bullied us every regular season.
The regular
It was
season,
embarrassing.
It was
I remember when Bosch got dunked on and this guy got
man
kneed
need
in
him,
the
bro.
balls.
Honestly, that was the last time I ever I was done with Paul Pierce at that point, man.
But then I was using him in 2K because I was like, yo, this guy's actually nice in this game. I couldn't help it.
You must have hated Paul Pierce when we played Brooklyn then.
Bro, at that point I couldn't deal with it, man. And then he went to Washington. That was even worse.
And then we got swept.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are 2 players that the Raptors need to beat, Paul Pierce and LeBron James, and they never even got a chance to beat either of them. It's sad, man.
But hey, you know what? We beat Michael Jordan that year. They went 72 and 10.
You know, I was actually trying to go to that game. My dad tried to take us to the game.
You didn't go?
No, we went up to the door, and it was super. My dad was like, yo, the only seats that were there were like front court. My dad's like, these kids, every time I take them to games, they don't actually like watch it. All they want to do is have food and that stuff. So my dad didn't take us. And then that was the game. The Raptors won. So we literally walked up to the door and left. And then by the time we get home, we see the last seconds of the game. Raptors beat them. It's like, oh my God, why the hell didn't we go?
You could have sold those tickets.
Wait, sold tickets? My dad was going to buy them at the door.
I know, but the tickets, you could have, like, you know.
Sold them?
Yeah.
Nah, I would have wanted. I definitely would have wanted to experience that. Like, if I had the opportunity, I definitely would be like, I'd rather be at that game rather than sell the tickets.
I was 7 years old at that time, so my dad's concerns were valid.
Yeah, like I don't know if you were that into ball at that time.
Yo, the Raptors
like at 7, I wasn't. Like back then, I wasn't really even like a huge like ball fan. Like I didn't really start, I guess, getting really into ball maybe in like 2002, 2001.
Yeah.
In the 90s, I wasn't really watching like Bear Raptors game. I had Raptors gear. I knew obviously about Vince Carter and stuff like that. And then that's when like there was like Iverson and T-Mac and all them. Everyone's going off. So
I used to tell people my cousin was Steve Francis. I used to tell people that legit. Because I had an older brother and he was into ball. So like, you know, I would watch it with him and ball was, that's why I'm so into it right now, man. It's the one thing that always brought me joy, you know? Everything else failed on me, you know, but not basketball.
Okay, I said the NBA season was always there every time. Throughout the good times and
what happened during
time.
COVID, man? This guy lost his mind.
Oh, I was crazy.
Fantasy league went down. Rudy Gobert shut down the league.
Sad.
But, you know, I'm happy that they won all those awards. Most improved defensive and that they're first because they really needed that. They really needed
Whatever,
it.
man. We'll see what happens.
What makes you say that?
Oh, because look at all the bad. Gobert touching everything. You know, he was the first NBA player to actually have the virus. And then what he did in the locker room with the players, it was pretty. They needed that. They needed it bad.
So basically, like this season's like the gloss over of like it's like this us winning. If anything, if they win the chip this year,
oh, they're not winning the chip.
You never know. Right now we're watching the Clippers game and Clippers are down. They're out by 1. Right now it's kind of choppy, but they're down by 1. So
it's gonna be
if they win this game,
I think it's over.
Clippers are done.
Nah, I think Clippers are gonna make a 3-0.
Stop this, man.
They're going to come back 3-0.
If they're down 3-0, they're not coming back.
Ron, say bet.
You know what? No.
All right.
You're not going to make that bet?
I'm not going to make the bet, man. I'm not that confident, in my opinion. I'm not a Utah
So if
fan.
Clippers go down 0-3, you still would not make the bet.
You know what? You know what? Just for you, Mike, I will make.
Wait, I'm not making a bet anymore. I'm taking back that offer.
Because now he's thinking about it.
All right, okay, hey, it is what it is, man.
I'd be foolish to make that bet.
That'll be a wild bet.
Just imagine I win. Oh my goodness,
you'd be crying, man.
Yo, what do you guys think is gonna happen with Lillard? Because, like, personally, for me, I think he's getting traded.
I think that he should get traded. You might as well trade him now, because you don't want him to actually start saying, "I want to get traded." Now his value is all gone.
Yeah, because look at Houston. Houston basically got nothing for James Harden.
I don't think they got nothing. No, yeah.
What do you mean? Who'd they get?
A bunch of draft picks. That's what everyone wants now.
Okay, boy, those draft picks are gonna be like, it's gonna be nothing.
Maybe suspects, but
because now you gotta rebuild for the next like 5 years.
Hey man, they had Harden. They weren't winning with him. You might as well just start new.
You got Kevin Porter.
You have Kevin Porter, Harden. Christian Wood, John Wall. His contract's going to come off the books sooner or later. So I feel like, and they have a bunch of draft picks. Maybe they'll leverage them in trades. They can do a bunch of things. Maybe they'll even win the lottery. Who knows?
Nah, I hope Raptors win that lottery.
Okay, obviously we hope that.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
I think you keep Lillard.
Yeah, you should keep him, but
you trade CJ.
But I don't think you can get anything for him.
I think you can.
I feel like CJ's like top value when you could have got something was like 2 years ago.
Right now, everyone's looking. Every team is looking to pair somebody with their superstar, and that's the thing that you can pitch if you're Portland. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a great number 2 option. Look, him and Lillard roughly play the same position. They have roughly the same style, and they were able to work and coexist. So now if you put, like, if you're the Lakers, you would listen. Just imagine CJ, who can spread the court on the Lakers.
Well, yeah, for Lakers, that can work because, like, CJ gives you that, like, what you need. But I don't know what Lakers can even give up for him. Like, what, Kuzma? Like,
yeah, honestly, I know they regret that trade, man. They should have given him and kept either Lonzo or Ingram.
True.
Crazy.
But think of all the leagues that need more all the teams, that need more shooting. Mm-hmm. Right? You can never have too much shooting.
It's true.
Think of him on Philly, for instance. Him and Embiid.
I feel like I think for them they need like a Levine for Philly.
For Philly, but they got Tobias Harris. He gets buckets.
I know, but to couple like them, like they need to trade Simmons because he's not willing to shoot. If like, you know, I guess if they wanted to give Simmons to Portland, that could potentially help them. Who knows? I don't know. But if it was me, I hope the Raptors go for him because I'm not sure that Kyle Lowry's going to come or stay with the Raptors. So
yeah, he sold his house. He sold his house. So.
He hasn't been there for like a year and a half now. So
yeah, but still, like, he got rid of the crib. I'm pretty sure they're going to be playing in Toronto this year. We opened up the borders.
Well, I hope so.
Because, you know, we outside now.
Oh, yeah?
We outside. What are you guys most excited right now for? Because, you know, places are opening up. We got last call, 2 a.m. I seen people busting firecrackers last night.
Bro, man, I don't want it to go back. I just want it to be fully open. I just want to play softball. That's something I do. I just want to play. I want to play freely. I don't want any issues. So that's what I'm most excited for. My wedding. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's big too. I just want to be able to eat, not in my car. That's a big thing. I don't want to eat in my car anymore. I want to be able to sit down, not use up my data to watch a basketball game. Mm-hmm. Just go in the restaurant. I want to go to amusement parks, attractions. You know, play pool, go bowling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like,
just like live.
Yeah, but now I'm also asking myself, I'm like, yo, would I actually even feel comfortable being in there? You know, in a Dave and Buster's or a Chuck E. Cheese.
You will.
Are you sure? Like, I'm gonna have to spray my hand after every game or wear gloves.
I think once you get over the psychological component, like when everyone is doing things normally, I think you'll be good. But if everyone is still moving like it's COVID, that's where it may not be as comfortable if it's fully open.
I think people are still gonna wear masks though. Like I have nothing wrong with people wearing masks now because, like, you know, like, people are nuts. So like I want like like if someone were to walk up to me and have a mask, I'd be like, all right, that's cool, because like after what we experienced through that whole thing, it's like, yo, why not? Like, why not just wear masks regularly? It shouldn't be, I guess, make people look at them as like a criminal or something like that.
Would you let's say stage 3 was right now, and they said we don't have to wear the mask. Would you guys still wear a mask?
I'll still bring a mask with me.
Oh, you'll still bring?
I'll still have it with me just in case, like, if I go into like stores and stuff like that, I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I don't really think that the masks are gonna go away. I think the masks are gonna stay for a long time because there's a lot of people that are spooked about this.
What if they say you don't have to wear it, it's your choice? And it's summer.
I think that's when we may start having problems with people that aren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
That's when it's going to be really bad. So I feel like in an attempt to make it a little bit more comfortable for everyone, they're going to keep masks for a bit longer than people would assume, just for that. Because I see it happening already. People that aren't vaccinated versus people that are, people are uncomfortable with them. And you can see that this is something that's going to be brewing in the future.
I feel like they're discriminating low key.
No, high key. Like, yo.
Are you guys vaccinated? Or like partially vaccinated? Or plan on getting vaccinated?
I'm always, I'm just looking at it like I don't really do much like interacting right now. So I'm just, and my circle is really small.
Yeah.
So I'm just, going with the flow. When I feel like I need it, like I truly do feel like I need it, I guess for selfish reasons like traveling and stuff like that.
Selfish reasons.
That's not
hey
selfish.
man, I feel like
necessity,
I feel like at that point, like that's when it's like I need to do it,
Yeah, because I'm trying to touch, like I've already said, it's like bare people. I'm trying to touch road. So I got partially vaccinated. I'm just waiting for that email so I can get fully vaccinated. And then once I get that, I'm on road.
So that's what you're waiting. That's what your plans are now that everything's opening. Just going where?
Go to LA, New York.
Okay.
You see Side Talk New York. It's
popping.
popping.
You can go. You can go right now, man.
I could, but I'm trying to get fully vaccinated before I go.
Okay.
Once I'm fully vaccinated, I'm gonna feel invincible. I'm gonna feel like I went Super Saiyan.
What did you end up taking?
I took Pfizer. Yeah, I know. I know. What's it called? I know Ron heard on like one of the last podcasts my story with basically when they tried to give me Moderna.
Yeah.
So like I pulled up, got the day off and everything. Gave the girl my health card, and she's like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that we're not giving Pfizer, we're only giving Moderna." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yo, I don't want that." And then she's like, "Well, we have Pfizer, but it's only for kids under 18." And I'm like, "So you guys said on the website you have it, but I can't get it." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not taking that." But then luckily, shout out to Sheridan, they're doing Pfizer, so I'm a Pfizer gang.
Why you don't feel comfortable with Moderna?
I only did research on Pfizer.
Okay.
And so I wasn't trying to take something I didn't know too much about. So I was like, yeah, I'm not with that.
You're pretty informed. That's pretty good, man. I was trying to figure out why you were so adamant on taking the Pfizer. I never asked that specific question.
Yeah.
But it makes sense if you did all your research on that.
Well, it's like at that point, it's like, yo, I could take Moderna. My mom ended up taking Moderna, but then I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to take that.
The name's pretty questionable, eh?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, murder?
Like all names, you got to call it that.
I know. You can call it anything or even make it sound different.
Well, it's murdering the virus.
Bro, man, let's not start that talk, man. That'll get your ass canceled.
I don't know if you guys heard about the apparently they're saying like COVID was man-made.
I highly believe that.
Yeah, because like even like a lot of like doctors they were saying that like this feels like this virus is too perfect. And I forgot the guy's name. I was listening to it on like a different podcast. And basically what they were saying was the guy that was the head of running the operation of trying to figure out the cure for the virus was basically the guy that was the head of the laboratory that was the one that had the COVID virus. Which,
really?
Yeah. So they're just saying like that's why like as messed up as it is, Trump was like, yo, I'm not messing with who, because you guys are putting on for this guy and he's the one that caused the virus. It's like this doesn't make sense.
Bro, man, I don't know about this virus, man. This thing is just crazy. I just want it to be gone. And if it is a bioweapon, like I feel like there should be some sort of consequences. Because was it accidental? Was it on purpose? Like,
Well, most likely,
ask more questions.
it was definitely accidental, but it's just
sure.
Yeah, it was just more of the fact because like what they were saying is like that guy was he was a part of the unit that basically Obama shut down. Was like what they do is that they will take a virus and like steroid it up like crazy, and then make a vaccine based off of that. Just so like for worst case scenario, if it like evolves into something else. But Obama shut it down because he's like, yo, I'm not trying to make you guys do that. And then next, like one in the blue moon, something happens, and someone contracts it and brings it out, and then now the whole place is contaminated with some kind of virus, and we don't have a vaccine for it.
Yo, there's so many crazy conspiracy stories on this virus.
Bro, you can get lost in that rabbit hole, man. There's just so much stuff that you can read up on it. I just want answers, man. I just want to know what it is. And hopefully whatever they tell us is the truth. So we can, avoid this in the future. Because if it was an accident, then we need to have some more precautions in place, or measures in place so that this does not happen again. Like, it just went across the whole world. Like, and it was an accident is what they're saying? Come on, man.
Well, technically, they haven't said it was an accident. All they said so far was just like, yo, we don't know where it came from. It came from bats.
Yo, when they say that, they use the script of Contagion to explain this, man. A bat touched a pig, and then the pig went on somebody's plate. Person ate it, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like, yo, it just happened. Like, we don't know. Like, ask God.
Come on.
I feel like it should be just left alone. Like I was telling Ron this.
Bro, man, stop this, man.
Just leave it alone. No, because it's just going to cause a lot more. You want more answers. And then let's say worst case scenario, this was a biological weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think other countries, other groups are going to say, hey, if they were able to do this, why don't we try something out?
They've been doing it, though. Like Russia, Germany, all those places, bro. China. Those places, they like whatever you think we have here, they got that like times 10.
Yeah, word.
But you just gotta think, if it's accidental, the consequences aren't gonna be as bad as if they actually did it on purpose.
But the thing that they were saying though on the same podcast, shout out to what's it called? Wow, I blanked out. It's the Andrew Schultz podcast, Flagrant 2. Okay. Shout out to those guys.
All right.
So basically, what they were saying was like, the main reason why a lot of people kind of don't want to take the fall for it is just because, one, it happened under America's supervision, and two, it happened in China. So both of those guys aren't trying to look stupid. So they're like, yo, the best way to like make everything seem like it was out of our control was just to be like, yo, something happened with some bats, and now we're trying to fix it.
People aren't stupid.
Bats must be
people
cheese.
believe it though.
Bro, I don't.
You don't, but that's you're a left thinker. You're not a right thinker.
I'm Ron, man.
But I feel bad. Like bats always get blamed for everything. Like leave them alone.
Yo, I don't know. I actually do believe that. That's true. You just whenever they don't have an answer, it's like bats.
Bats or
AIDS came from monkeys.
Yeah, they're always blaming these.
Just blame the animals.
Right?
Yeah, they can't speak.
Mad cow disease.
SARS.
Wait, what is
West Nile virus?
Okay, West Nile.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Malaria.
saying.
H1N1.
Everything, bird flu, swine flu.
Yeah, they're always putting it, like if animals could talk, like in those TV
They'll be
shows.
snitching.
Oh, straight.
They'll be snitching, bro. They'll be out here snitching like no tomorrow. They'll be like, yo, this guy been doing this. I was chilling on the ledge. I saw all of them do it. They've been plotting this. They've been going to the same cafe for the past year, and they've been taking all these notes. Yo, I seen it.
Can you imagine?
Yo, it'll be crazy. It'll be hard to like actually do crime.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
That's true.
Why do you think people, a lot of people don't have parrots as pets,
Oh, wait. That reminds me of like a Black Mirror episode when that lady killed all these people. Do you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah, love it.
And then like the rabbit, like how everyone records things, and then the rabbit had like a recording in the eye of this lady murdering a baby, murdering the parents. Do you remember that episode?
I'm trying to remember that one.
Man, I can't remember what it's called.
Is that the one where
she was with a guy when she was younger? They drove, smashed the person, killed them. They dumped his body in a river. Then the guy had a guilty conscience. Came back in the future, said he was gonna, tell.
Oh, it was the one where she was she was like a U.S. agent, right?
Yeah, like she like leveled up. Like she went from like a, I don't know, like a free spirit to like all of a sudden she's like a high ranking person.
Yeah.
She was super scared when he said it, so she murdered him.
I remember that.
She murdered everyone, and then she murdered a baby too
because I remember like everyone had like a embedded recording in them.
Yeah.
So like basically anytime you try to lie, they'll be like, "Oh, we'll just put you under, and then we'll get the truth out of you," because like there's a recording. Everyone has a recording in their brain that we're able to access.
And then the animal, she killed everyone except for the rabbit. The rabbit had a recording too. So then they just looked at the rabbit's eyes, and then they were able to see like this lady killed a baby. So she went away.
Nah, I watched maybe a few episodes of Black Mirror.
Bro, you gotta watch that shit.
I love stuff that makes you like have to like think and just change like your whole mindset on things, just because it's like, why, like everything's not black and white. Things is just not like straight line. There's bare like ups and downs. There's like curves, bends, and everything that you gotta deal with. And like Black Mirror just kind of gives you like the like, which is crazy right now, where it's like how things are kind of leaning towards like how Black Mirror is showing it, but it's just kind of showing people like this is how it is. It's like trying to get all these likes and everything on like Instagram, Twitter, and all that, and it's like that makes you feel blessed. And no, go ahead.
Don't you feel like it's gonna open up Pandora's box though?
No, but like these things are actually starting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like they either knew about it or it's just like these were little known facts to us, but other people do know, I guess. And then they're just showing us worst case scenarios.
Well, remember, we're regular people, right? So it's like for us, we're probably not going to see certain things that like they're seeing. Like obviously there's like especially in like LA, where they'll be seeing certain things and certain things are starting over there, and then once it goes everywhere else, it just starts popping.
Yeah.
But then like I feel like a lot of like the creators of Black Mirror, I don't even think they're from like America. They're like from the UK or like the other side of the world.
Yeah. Well, it started off there, and then now it's all American. So I don't know. It's a good show, but like honestly, you should see it. Like a lot of the things that are coming in now, they talked about it there. It's pretty
like the liking system. How like basically like for them the difference is like liking system doesn't really matter right now, but eventually it's gonna be like you have to have a certain level of likes for you to be getting certain jobs. Like I think the stars go to like 5.
Yeah.
And like certain places like you can only come in here if your like level's at 4.5.
I think I seen that episode.
Yeah,
that's like season 2, right?
I honestly,
I don't even know. Everything just blends in for me because everything's different.
True. I loved it, man. The robot dogs too. There's robot dogs now. Crazy.
I'm only up to episode 2. My favorite episode of Black Mirror was when it was a lady and her husband. They just had a newborn. They moved. The husband left, and then he passed away. And then she had this thing where she can download memories, and then it's some type of
it like clones him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was a good one.
That was
I really liked that one. Maybe because it was not, I wouldn't say weird, but it was too like
morbid.
I don't even know what that word even means, yo.
Like it was like too sad, man. Like she her husband died and she didn't move on.
Yeah, that's the best way. What was the word? Morbid?
Morbid.
So I learned a new word today. All right.
Word of the day, man.
I used to have an app where it used to give me that, but I stopped checking it, so I deleted it.
Sorry, man. But you teach me lingo, I teach you words, yo.
But like the one, as you said, like it's very morbid. Because like as you said, like the woman was just like basically like grieving the whole time.
Yeah,
she couldn't get over the guy. She made a clone, and then she got mad at the clone for being too perfect.
Yeah,
and it's like, yo, what do you want? Like it's a tough pill to swallow, but yo, he's gone, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Life is sad, but that's how it is. You just gotta keep moving.
The shady thing about it was the real husband, when he was alive, she was not happy with his performance in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
But then with the clone, she was pleased.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that, I was like, oh, you dog, you dog, you dog. Because she was actually like happy at that point, but then that's when she's kind of like, I want the real person back.
Yeah, because like the person that's like challenging you, and like what you actually like you cared for them for, and it's like now it's like, well, things are too perfect, and it's like as a person yourself, it's like, yo, I'm not perfect, but this person's perfect, but they're a clone of the person that wasn't perfect, and
that'd be sad, man.
It's too many layers, and I was just like, yo, I'm not with this episode.
True.
But like some of the episodes like had me thinking, like even like the one where there was a bunch of like those child molesters or people that did like crimes, and then like they were doing all these, like they were getting like text messages to be like, yo, do this or you'll die, or no, do this or we'll expose your video. And you remember like the kid that we're following the whole time.
Yeah.
You're thinking like, yo, man, I hope this kid makes it, because like, yo, he can't be lying. And then you find out like he ends up making it. He kills like I think 2-3 people.
Jeez.
And then they're like, yeah, we're still notarizing the authority. Now we're also going to tell them that you killed these other 2 people in this place. So now we're going to add on to like your count. But then the people that he killed are also like predators or rapists or whatever.
Bro,
and like
it's crazy.
And then the kid ends up being he's selling child pornography. And then I'm like, yo, I can't believe it. Like, I thought he didn't do it.
Yo, but you know how messed up that is? It's like when you watch something and you see that he's actually a bad person, we don't feel like he's a bad person. We feel like, we want him to succeed. But ultimately,
well, after I found out the truth, I said, screw that guy.
No, but like the whole time you want him to succeed, and then you're like, wait, he was actually bad. Like, what the hell? And he murdered people now.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it's just interesting the lengths people would go to prove their innocence if they think there's hope.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Crazy.
Yo, as they say, you're not guilty. You're guilty until I don't even know what it is. It's
guilty until proven innocent, my friend.
Yeah. Isn't there another phrase for it? Like,
Bro.
Guilty until proven guilt. I don't even know. Like, whatever. But
hey, in this day and age of cancel culture, yo, you're guilty. We have a text message, something visual, or even if you're being accused, like if the thought is there, you're guilty. So
yeah, that's why you gotta like check time for like certain things you do.
Yeah.
Certain text messages you just like sometimes you just type it out, but you don't send it just because you gotta read it out loud just to make sure like it's not too reckless.
No, man.
Because it's like as you guys said, like I'm not trying to be too reckless and be accused for Me Too and everything. Because I'm like I just want to. My hands are right here. I'm being a good you. I'm just trying to walk by, do my thing. But
yeah, man.
Like certain text messages, like I just want to make sure that if anything were to happen, I'll be like, yo, I got screenshots for certain things. I'm like, yo, I make sure it's in text message form, just because I'm like, yo, if anything happens, I want to make sure that I'm good. so no one can accuse me for anything. So I'll be like, yo, these are the receipts.
Yeah, you need those.
100%.
Now with deep fakes now, man. Anything's possible.
What's deep fakes?
You should read it, man. Trust me, man. It's pretty interesting.
Educate me, Durant.
So basically, they have like videos of stuff. Like let's just say right now we're all in this room. You just have the face of somebody else put on me. So then I'm just doing a bunch of crazy shit. So then now everyone is like, oh, it's so-and-so that's doing this stuff. So just imagine Nick's not here. Nick, you put Nick's face on my body and I just start doing all this crazy stuff. Like Nick, like they record this and then they show it to people. Then it's me doing crazy stuff, but because Nick's face is on it, then they'll think Nick was the one that was doing it. So they do this. They say that they do this for things like porn. They do this for politicians too. That's what people feel. So they do this to have them doing crazy shit. So then now people are like ridiculing them for what they're doing. So that's a thing that people think goes out there. Deep fake. So it's literally just some random person doing something crazy, but then they just put the face of somebody else on it.
Is this like CGI or?
Well, it's kind of like that, but like
you
because
CGI their face, okay.
But you don't, because we're not actually there in the room to actually see these things, and we see the video of them doing whatever. We're just like, oh man, like that person's fucked up.
So it's basically like live streaming, editing someone's face.
Yeah, you just put it on, but like at the end of the day, people don't necessarily know,
and you can't tell the difference. Like you know how like Snapchat has like the face swap and all that, and you can notice like the difference.
Yeah,
and all that.
But people apparently that's a thing that people think is legit. for like politicians, like I said, porn.
That's crazy because like you can have someone else literally speaking on your behalf, but then realistically,
But that's the
it's not
thing.
even you giving them permission and all that.
So they can't actually get the audio thing allegedly now. So then that's the difference. That's how you can tell. But you can get the faces doing stuff.
But like, look at it for like us right now. Like we're doing podcasts like online and everything. They can easily just take like our voice and be like, "Yo, let me face swap this person, go and slap it on this thing, and then I can get almost every. I can basically figure out any situation or any like audio clip where I can take every single word and eventually like get the script to fall like within everything and make it all smooth and give it like a little like, as you said, make it seem very live and all that.
Yeah, and that if that is something that is legit, that's pretty scary.
Well, that's the future though.
But
like your phone could scan your face for like recognition to like unlock it. You can use your thumb. We don't even like use like certain like cards anymore for certain like to get into certain buildings. Now you can just like tap an access card and then you're blessed, or even have something on your wrist. You just tap it and you're like, all right, I'm in there.
I feel like we're giving too much of ourselves away to technology.
But that's what
we can't even.
But that's what you got to do to grow. You know what I mean? Like our human bodies are so like limited on what we can do.
Bro, this man wants to be like that DC character, man. I don't know what his name is. Is that his name, Cyborg? This guy just wants to be like a titanium man, you know?
Bro, I'm just trying to be indestructible, unbreakable.
Bro, everyone's destructible, man. Even Superman can be beat.
Yeah, but like I just want to be unbreakable to just, you know, regular life stuff. I want to be able to jump off certain places and just land and be blessed.
Because you got to remember, from the dawn of time to the first human till now, our limits have always been where they are. You know, we haven't advanced in the brain and in our minds. You know, we advanced there, but physically, we can't. So that's why we do need technology to be able. Just remember, the cell phone is still fairly new.
Right? You guys just want to be like what? X-Men, like that's how you guys want to
be? Ron, you don't. Ron, you're telling me you wouldn't want one of them mutant powers?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to be like a Magneto or something.
That's it?
Magneto's sick, bro.
Bro, I don't want to be. I don't want to be someone that's too like Superman, like Dr. Manhattan. I don't want to be like that.
Why not?
Those guys are indestructible.
Because like you got too much responsibilities. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like if I'm like, I want to be strong enough where like, yo, like if someone's invading us, I can body manage. Like I can take their top. Like I can at least take their general. You know what I mean? Like I may not be able to take the leader, the captain, or like the boss man or whatever, but like I can take down like at least his right hand man and all that.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I don't want to be the top dog, because that means they're always calling you for everything. Anything major that happens, like they're always calling him as like as the second guy. I can always just be like, I'm not even gonna come through this time.
Yeah.
Because the number one guy's there.
But why do you even want to be a hero? I'm doing things just off of my own selfishness.
So this man's gonna be Hancock, eh? Just show up whenever you want to show up. Destroy a whole city.
Like, nah, I'm not gonna. If I'm a hero, they have to pay me hero money.
I wouldn't blame you,
boys, man.
I wouldn't blame you. I would want to get paid too, because I'm risking my life.
Bro, if you're Dr. Manhattan, there's no risking your life.
Yes, there is.
Dr. Manhattan's from Watchmen, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching Watchmen right now.
Oh, you're watching it?
Yeah, I'm on episode 8. So
okay.
Have you read the comic book?
I'm reading it right now for one of my classes.
Yeah, you should read the comic book, man. Like, he is super teeth. Like him and Superman, I think he's even more powerful than Superman.
Yes,
in his universe.
By far.
This man, like this guy in the Vietnam War, this man was like a giant. This man's just walking up, just like blowing up all the Vietnamese people. I was like, what the? Like, can you imagine if a guy that can multiply, turn into a giant, blow up stuff?
Anything you want, he could do.
He can do anything.
And he sees everything in the future. Like, it's kind of confusing too, where he's living things in the past and in the present and in the future.
Bro, he is the most teeth like superhero I think there is.
I still find it trippy when he was like, yo, your grandfather only knew about killing the racist guy because you told him, because he never knew about him.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It's weird, right?
It's like the chicken and the egg. And then like when he started explaining it where he's like the chicken and the egg came at the same time, I was like,
But then that
makes sense.
They argue that time is like not
Yeah.
linear. It's all abstract.
Well, you heard on like one of the pod that we
Yeah,
talked about. Like we talked about time for a bit, and time and space, and Nick kind of went in his like space bag because that's his thing.
Bro, that stuff is interesting, but like, man,
It's endless.
it is endless, man. You can never. It's like space travel, all that stuff. It's crazy, man. Like it just keeps going on and on. Like people can explain it forever.
You think there's like multiverses and stuff like that?
I personally,
100%, 100%. There's multiverses. They can't just be one. You know what I mean? Like
Why not?
because it's like look how small we are as like I guess an organism within like the whole galaxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me out of all this stuff that's happening, there's only one universe, and there's always like there's chance, there's possibilities, and all that different stuff, and you're telling me there's not another universe or another dimension where that one time I scratched the lotto, I won cash for life. Because you never know.
I feel like even deja vu kind of shows that because you swear to God that you've like experienced this
That
thing before,
moment.
right? And you can't think about how it happened or when it happened. I think that's even an example of it potentially.
Yeah.
I think there's just us and that's it. I think because we've been around for so long, we would have seen something by now
Do you mean for like
to show
for multiverse, or do you mean just for like aliens and stuff?
I think proof for both.
Yo, you're bugging, bro.
I've seen a UFO.
I think you seen a UFO? A UFO?
Yeah, for real.
You haven't seen like all the footages and all that stuff that's been coming out, especially with like UFO.
Just like what Ron said, if you could CGI someone's face and people
Nah,
believe,
man.
come on, you could
Bro,
CGI.
like, honestly, I feel like in this world that we're in, it's like we're in a sandbox or like a snow globe
Yeah.
in the middle of a desert. So like there's a huge world. If we took our minds off our phones for like a second and we started looking around, we would see so many things that we didn't see, normally. So that's how I think our world is. Like we're literally in a sandbox and we think this is the whole world. But then there's a desert all around us that we're just not looking at.
Yeah.
But you don't think, because there are scientists who have the tool, who have the same belief as you, but they still haven't proven
No,
anything.
but
It's
feel
hard to
like-
prove it to everyone. Like for time, I feel like there's rules to time, and like you can't disrupt certain timelines a certain way. Like you can't like have like someone jump from one timeline to be like, hey, watch out for Hitler, and then and then just cut, because like we wouldn't be able to live through certain things that led to certain things of Hitler being like having the Holocaust and everything. Like certain things I feel like it's just meant to happen just because it's like that's just how life is. Like you can't avoid bad stuff from happening, and that's kind of what grows everyone to as a better society. Well, it's supposed to make everyone a better society, but for time, there's no real way to really prove it, just because like we can't even go past like the speed of light.
So by you saying that, that means free will is not a real thing.
Like, what do you mean?
Because everyone is pretty much set to do certain things. Everyone's life is already pre-planned, preset. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we reached there yet as a society.
But if we,
I don't think people have free will, to be honest. We're living in like a psyop.
But like everyone,
legitimately-
like I feel like free will is just having options, and
No.
everyone
no,
has
but
options.
I feel like everyone looks at their options like they don't have an option. Like there's only one option.
but it's because there's too many options.
No, but I think because they only think they have one option, they're being manipulated into believing that that's the only option that they have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even look at like when we grew up. Like our parents would always be like, go to school, get a good job, and that's it. You know what I mean? Then you have kids that are realizing when they're 12, 13, 14, go on YouTube, do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys have surpassed us before they've even reached our like university age. And it's
Yeah.
like if we were at that point in our life, like thinking beyond what our parents were saying, think about where we would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we would have at least seen all the other options that are out there. But I feel like at that time we were like, the only option is university or college or whatever. And then you get a job. That's like right now we're in a world where kids are looking at more and more options. They're like, you know what, you want to be a millionaire? This is the only way you can be a millionaire.
Yeah, but that's how you grow as like I guess like as a family and all that. Like you pass on certain knowledge that you never knew as a kid. Like there's certain things obviously that we didn't know. Like
But-
growing up, that our parents obviously didn't know themselves because their parents didn't know about that. And like I'm pretty sure for most of us, our parents like weren't actually born here.
But like I look at someone like my
that.
brother, like my parents weren't born here. Like my sisters were around the same age group, and then we have a brother, like a huge gap. Our brother, the way he moves is completely different from all of us.
Different generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it wasn't from my parents, right? It's like now he's seeing that he has different options, so then he's just doing different things than what we were doing. And we thought that that was the only way to get there. Now we see there was multiple options. But those kids now, they feel like they can actually achieve these things, right? So that's why they're trying them.
But
So
but that's also the fact with having the internet. Because like back then we never had the internet. Just go on YouTube and see certain things.
But that's why I mean it's like a psychological thing, right? It's like an op. Like they actually put these things there to allow us to act in a certain way. Like even look at like COVID or something like that. Like at the beginning of COVID, no one thought about masks. Now everyone is swearing by masks.
Yeah.
Everyone was spooked by the vaccine. Now everyone's down for the vaccine. It's like all these things. And then everyone that's not in line with those things, they're all bad people. But like if you look at it like 6 months before, they were considered to be like in the same group as the people that are now looking at them as bad.
Yeah, but it's all about perception. You know, you can always change public perception on
Where
things.
do the perceptions come from?
I guess it's what happens. Like certain things that come out to like force people to actually have to use it. Like as you said, like having to be able to use masks. Before it's like, oh, if you wear a mask, people are looking and be like, yo, this person might be like a criminal or something. Now it's the perception where it's like, yo, these masks are gonna save you. So now it's like, oh, these masks are gonna protect me. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be rocking these masks all the time now.
It's like propaganda, psychological operation. Like that's what they do. They
Country
just make
needs
everyone.
you.
But
Everyone makes you feel comfortable doing. Like everyone buys in because of all the messaging that they're seeing.
But you got to remember, just like what you said with the internet, it's the number one resource that everyone uses to gather information, and the information that's released and available to everyone is the masks are good.
No, but that's what I mean. So then that's what the psychological it's like a propaganda thing where now you start to believe that these things are the way that you're supposed to act. So then now, like anyone that's not taking the vaccine or wearing masks, they are part of the problem. You know what I mean? The majority feels like this. So then I feel like they're trying to take away free will or the options. They're limiting our options because they're only saying that one option is good.
But you have to adapt though at the same time. And we are in a pandemic, right? Remember, we never ever seen or been a part of or lived something like this before. So you need to adapt.
Yeah, like the last thing I know my mom kept bringing up was the Spanish flu back in the day. And that was the last time people were wearing masks and all that stuff. So, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it just comes, as I said, it just comes down to like perception on like how you can finesse the situation.
Fair enough.
Like, I feel like in the next maybe like 30, 40 years, people are going to be like, yo, we don't need no mask. And then it's going to go back to like everyone not wearing masks and everything again.
The question is, what's going to make them feel like that?
Things are gonna get back to normal.
Yeah.
You know, people are gonna go back to clubs. People are gonna be turning up. New generations. The COVID generation kids are gonna come true and be like, "Yo, we run this now."
Just remember, there was SARS, and people were. I know we didn't wear a mask, but that was a big scare.
But coronaviruses are a thing. Like they're a legitimate thing.
So
They're
was
always
SARS?
there, right? Like SARS is a coronavirus.
Yeah.
So like that's a thing that will come no matter what. So like I feel like we're always going to have to live with this. So the chances of us now not adopting masks in the future is very low because we know like this is something that can actually happen again and again and again.
And technology will be different too.
Fair enough. Like that's something that we can't keep up with. It's always evolving. So who knows what'll happen?
I think we won't get hit with something like this again. I think.
Let's hope, man.
I don't know about that. Like us as humans, someone always fucks up. You know what I mean? Like someone's gonna drop the ball and be like, "Oops."
I think the only way I don't like. I feel that there will be, with the way how technology is always advancing, there will be something. I think they'll just come up with the vaccine that can protect you from any and everything. It's kind of like, when you have a cold or you have any flu-like symptoms, and you could take this medicine and it helps you for all these different symptoms you may have.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna come out with a vaccine like that. That's just gonna protect you from any and everything.
Maybe we'll just all be cyborgs by then. So we don't have to worry.
Just gotta make sure you have an antivirus. It's the only way you're gonna have to protect yourself. Antivirus and update your firewall.
Can you imagine a virus just like killed everyone? That's how it is. Like I don't know what the virus is, or malware or something just came and killed everyone.
Yeah, like so someone decides to open the wrong email, and then it crashes all society. Everyone that decided to get the newest update.
That'd be crazy.
Where would we charge, in our garage?
No, we're humans, so like we're still humans, so like we'll still have like food to like help charge us, and maybe when we sit down, it just does like a regular charging.
It's crazy that you just said that. Remember, you told me to watch Wall-E. Remember,
Oh
Ron?
yeah, Wall-E.
Right? And
Wall-E's wild still. I watched it last year for the first time.
Crazy movie, but like I feel like to maximize humans, if we just charged, right? So we don't need food, we don't need sleep. Just think of the things we could do if we just only needed to charge for maybe like 5 hours, and we didn't have to eat, we didn't have to sleep.
But then that kind of takes us away from being human.
I think no, I disagree. I think that would give us the opportunity to do more rather than
because like doing something like that, we have to take away certain organs. So you have to probably get rid of the stomach. For women, they wouldn't be able to reproduce because like to actually hold a baby, how are you gonna have that if you just like certain things you're gonna have to move because you're gonna have to put like computer stuff in you. So like from that standpoint, like I think people are gonna be like nah, and then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of being a human in like reproducing and stuff like that, like how animals reproduce and everything.
But in a 24-hour day, think of the time that you put for eating, drinking, and sleeping. Now just cut that in half. Just imagine what you could actually accomplish in that time frame.
There's a lot of possibilities, but then there's a lot of people that'll just sit down and do nothing.
True.
And like
yeah,
like I feel like once you do that, you just kind of turn someone to a robot, and then it's like everyone's just kind of more of like all thinking on the same thing. Everyone's a sheep at that point because you're all programmed. Yeah, like you're all programmed. You know what I mean?
But then that's why you put in that new program to make them work for
Bro, this man wants to live an altered carbon life.
Yeah, everyone's talking about me trying to get upgrades. You're trying to do some like next upgrades.
Bro, man, I don't know what this guy's trying to do right now, man.
I'm just trying to
be like Bender.
I'm trying to improve human life. Think about it.
No, I feel like I feel like just having like certain like parts up, like I guess like someone having like bionic legs or bionic arms and stuff like that. But once you start changing it like internal organs, I feel that's when it's like, yo, bro, you're not human anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I would never want to live. I'd rather be dead than that.
Then
being
what?
a cyborg? No.
Why not?
I'm good.
I would love to be a cyborg.
All right,
when I
man.
get old, charge for 2 hours and boom, I can continue on with my day.
What are you gonna do all day?
What am I gonna do all day?
What are you gonna do?
Work.
You won't eat?
Work.
Bro, man, this guy's crazy. Bro, you don't even want to work like that now. Can you imagine? You sleep for 2 hours or you charge for 2 hours. You don't need to eat. You can't have sex. Like, you can't have kids. I'll do nothing.
I'll keep certain organs. Certain organs stay.
Oh, okay. All right, yo. Okay.
But but think about.
But like, I feel like if you want to be someone that has to charge, some of those organs can't stay because it's like those like certain parts need like food, like nutrients and everything to like survive.
You carry a backup battery,
bro. Like leave him alone, man.
Like I'll be a cyborg, but I'm not trying to be like your type of cyborg.
Bro,
I'm just trying to have like some upgrades to my legs, maybe my arms. Be able to see certain things, but like, I'm still trying to like have my heart beat and everything. But I'm not trying to charge. Like,
yo, this guy's tripping, man. He wants to be a Tesla.
Hey, remember that's the top car right now. So
hey,
have a charging station,
man.
But remember, Anonymous is after Elon, so you better be careful with those Teslas where they might just the next man takes it over.
Black Mirror on us.
That's what I'm saying. Black Mirror, like even in iRobot, when mans are out here just taking control of the whip, and it's like, holy,
that's crazy. So
you better take time. I know the one thing I cut short when we were talking before the pod was us talking about Culture 3. and then we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of the decade. The decade would be from like 2010 to 2020, right?
Yeah. Or they normally say 19. So
okay. So as I said, and I'm standing by it, you got to put the Migos on the Mount Rushmore.
No,
bro, there's 3 people, man. You
got to put them. You got to
people.
put all 3 of them together as one.
They're the Migos, so that it's one, which is fair. But the Migos.
So let me explain myself for this one.
Please, I need to hear this.
So the main thing that I was looking at for this is that the Migos, when they came out, they kind of basically pushed hip hop up like over that hump to be number one. When Drake was doing his thing and everything, but at the same time, Drake was just a solo artist. We had all these solo artists. We had Kendrick, we had Cole, we had Drake, we had Wale, we had all these like individuals, but we never had that dynamic group. And once like the Migos came through, they did the whole dab thing. Bad and Bougie came through, bro. Hip hop flew. Like everything's off the rails. Like yeah, you still got Uzi and all that, and I just feel like with the Migos, especially now that Culture 3 dropped, I feel like they need to be put in that Mount Rushmore because they did shift hip hop. They basically pushed hip hop as number one. Because when everyone started talking about hip hop, like before, like when everyone looked at hip hop, they looked at it as like, I guess like certain people they'll look as like, oh, these are certain thugs and everything. But like, everyone would listen to it, but some people still weren't bumping it like that. But then when the Migos hit the scene, they got Versace. They came through with Bad and Bougie. They came through with T-shirt. They came through with even like with Culture 2 with Walk It Like I Talk It. Yeah. It's like
they're good, man.
They're good. Like they're rap. Like yo, you remember when they first came out? They're comparing themselves to the Beatles.
I don't know why,
bro. They cement themselves in hip hop for generations.
They're definitely good, man.
Like people are gonna look in the next like 50 years when hip hop is still number one. They're gonna be like, these guys changed hip hop.
I feel like they're like the Steph Curry of the NBA. Like they changed it. Don't get me wrong, but if we're gonna talk success wise,
they're one of the biggest groups of basically all time.
I have to put Meek.
Oh no! I have to put
no. I have to put Meek. I think
in the Mount Rushmore.
No, I'm putting Migos before I put Meek.
I'm putting Meek. I'm putting Meek, Migos, then Future.
I'm putting Kanye. I don't know why everyone just keeps omitting him.
Kanye was outside that window, Ron.
Right? Or what was it?
Because remember, it was the beginning.
Twisted Fantasy.
It was the beginning. It was the beginning of the decade. But like as the decade started to hit like the halfway point, Kanye wasn't the same Kanye.
I always ask people, is Kobe on the all-decade team for the 2010s? Yes.
Yeah.
And he was only really good for, 4 or 5 of those years?
But he also has 2 championships.
No, he had none that decade.
No, in 2010?
Oh, sorry, he has 1.
2010 and 2011.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That was Dallas.
No, Dallas was 2012.
No, it was 2011.
When did Miami came together? That was 2012.
They won 2012, 2013, San Antonio won 2014. So he literally had 1 championship that whole decade. Yeah. Kanye West is like one of the greatest rappers. You have to, like, honestly, that's why I would put him there. Honestly, Future is good. Definitely good for the decade. Migos is good. Meek Mill is good, but like I would put Kanye, then I would probably put Future, the Migos, and then Meek Mill.
Why Meek last?
Honestly, I think
what did Meek change?
I feel like the first 3 are way more influential than him.
Meek, like, don't get me wrong, Meek's got tracks, but like I don't think, to me personally, Meek's just like he came through with, like, as a Philly rapper.
Bro, man.
Came through as a Philly rapper, did his thing, but like I wouldn't consider him as like one of the Mount Rushmores.
Not me.
When the Migos came on the scene and Future, those guys are rappers. I just want to say that. But everybody after that, they started coming in with the whole, you know, and I'm not a big fan. Like, I want to hear your words. Meek is still keeping hip hop. He's doing the traditional thing.
But Kendrick does
he's a rapper.
Drake did it. And J. Cole does it. And they all do it better. Those 3 do it way better than him, in my opinion.
But those guys, they'll change up a little bit.
You
They'll
know
add
what
an
it is though? I would say Drake and Cole and those guys are like, LeBron, KD, AD. They're transcending.
Yeah.
Whoa, you put
Meek?
AD? Stop.
AD's transcending.
He's Meek Mill.
No, I was gonna say
Why you dissing
Meek
for it?
Mill is more of like DeRozan. He has a few
No.
All-Star appearances.
I'm dissing.
He has a few All-Star appearances and everything. He's a really good rapper and everything. But you know what? We rather go with like with these guys instead.
Meek would probably be Damian Lillard.
Nah.
The reason,
wow.
he's Damian Lillard.
Nah.
Yo, you guys gotta. Oh my goodness,
Bro, I
Meek-
listen to Meek.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't get me wrong. I listen to Meek, but I would still put Meek as probably like as one of the top rappers, but not top 5.
I feel like you have to be popular, like these guys, like the Migos, Drake, like their music is like basically like pop or hip hop or whatever, because like everyone listens to it. There's a lot of people I know that have no clue who Meek Mill is, but like if you say the Migos, they'll be like they'll at least know.
White America knows Migos.
Yeah.
Like Migos is a household name.
Okay, fine. We'll take Meek Mill off that list. You know what? So who's going to get that 4th spot? Is it Kanye? Is it Future? Or is it Amigos?
For me, it's the Migos.
You're probably gonna say Future. I'm saying Kanye.
Oh, I'm not saying Future. No, no.
So who are you saying?
Oh, you said Meek.
I said Meek, but if I had to go with either Migos or Kanye, I gotta go Kanye still.
It has to be, man.
Just because Kanye's success, Kanye is like LeBron. No, I like Kanye's like Tim.
But
Tim
the thing is,
Duncan.
like, we're not really talking about like other success outside of hip hop. We're just talking about hip hop success. So like, I feel like mixing in stuff with like Kanye with like even like his Yeezys and stuff like that. I feel like it's just kind of like different than like when we're talking about like the music impact. Like, don't get me wrong, Kanye's music impact is huge, but I just feel like in that decade, the Migos like shit. As I said, just pushed us over the edge.
But if we want to keep it, real and keep it a buck,
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole's my favorite rapper. But if we want to talk big picture, we might have to take him off that Rushmore.
Nah.
I think that's like, you know what? I that's a super hot take, but I agree.
No, think about it. Like, his albums are good, but again, his last 3 albums, no features, is just him alone. And a lot of people, only like the real fans like myself and those other J. Cole fans out there, are only going to bump him months and months after he comes out with any new things.
Yeah.
He has a click. Like, his click is steady.
It's
They're
big.
real strong.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like, I'm a J. Cole fan too.
but
I'm
think
a Kendrick.
but think
Well, I'm a
about it.
Kendrick fan too, but wait, you only choose one or the other?
No, I was no. Whenever people are talking about J. Cole, I'm just waiting for Kendrick to come, because I feel like he will restore order.
Because J. Cole's, like, a lot of time people want to always question, oh, he came up with this. Like, there's just so many tracks you can listen to somebody and it's just them alone, right? But then you got all those other, you got Kendrick, a lot of features, Drake, features, Migos, Kanye, features, and that's how they're able to draw in more fans, because they took your favorite artist and did a track with that person.
But like, I feel like for J. Cole too, is like he also like it was recent. I would say the last like maybe 5 years, he's been actually featuring with a lot of stuff. So like his Dreamville project, Dreamers 2, The Revenge of the Dreamers was crazy. And he bodied every track he was on for that. He went on other people's tracks like 21 Savage. He helped
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, he also helped produce so much fun with Young Thug, with the London and stuff like that. So it's like
He's done a lot like recently, but
yeah,
like
but like a lot of stuff before was just like his own thing. Like 2014 Forest Hill, that was fire.
yeah, no, that was good. Like,
And
I can't lie, man.
Born Sinner, I felt like it was a miss. As a fan, I felt like that
Ooh.
project was a miss.
To me, that's my favorite album.
I didn't like that project that much.
I think Forest Hill Drive was way better.
Nah, I think KOD's his best album though.
KOD I really liked too.
KOD, I have that third.
So KOD, Wait, are you counting mixtapes or are you just counting?
Ooh, no. You can't count because what's the one? Friday Night Lights.
Mm-hmm.
That would be number 2 for me. If you're counting in mixtapes.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm not gonna count mixtapes.
Okay, so this is just like albums only.
Just albums, yeah.
So what's number 2?
I have Forest Hill.
So Forest Hill's number 2, Born Sinner number 1, and KOD number 3. Okay.
You know what? I forgot about Travis Scott. Okay, like he should be up there too.
No.
Or at least looked at him. Even
I feel like
bad.
I feel like he's more at the end of the decade though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So he was second half of the decade.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like when did he start popping? I think he was popping in.
It was days before Rodeo for sure.
When did that drop? I think that dropped in
13, maybe 12.
Was it 2012?
When did Sicko
Wait, was
come out?
it
No,
12?
that's 2018. That's Astro World.
Hold up, let me find this out. So days.
And then Rodeo was 15.
No, I'm not putting.
No, I wouldn't put him up there, but I forgot about him honestly when we were talking about this.
Hold on, who's ahead? Travis or Meek Mill?
I honestly I know it's gonna be hot take again, but I like Travis.
But who would you put?
No, I would choose him. I'm
Travis
choosing
over
Biz-
Meek?
I would
Okay,
take him
so
over
days
Meek.
before the rodeo dropped in 2014.
Okay.
If he never had the beef with Drake and the whole Nicki Minaj thing, would that boost him up a little bit higher for you or no?
Who cares, man? I like Rodeo. Rodeo was really good.
I'm not. Nah, he's definitely not in it for sure. Not.
All right, man.
But no, Cole needs to start adding like with his body of work, like his albums, he needs to add a few more features.
I don't think he hit the same way as Kendrick and Drake did. He hit hard, but not as hard as them. They literally took over everything once they hit their peaks.
It's true.
Yeah,
Drake's still in his peak right now.
No, I think he's falling off.
You think he's falling off?
I think he's falling off Drake. Like I think he's
Drake.
I think he's going down.
Drake,
bro.
Ron.
Yo, easy to Soldier Boy.
Wait, hold on, Ron.
I think he's starting to go down.
He's starting to go Drake.
Yeah.
Drizzy Drake Rogers. Ron, come on. Ron,
Bro,
the man.
everyone has a peak.
Ron.
He's on the downslope.
No, he's not, Ron. He's still on Ron. Drake's peak, it's weird, but like, Ron, this guy's still killing it. Everything he touches.
Yo, honestly,
I'm not even trying to sound like a groupie right now. But
honestly, I know like these are super hot takes. This is why I don't talk about some of the things I think about.
This
Because
is not even super hot.
No, but I think like everyone I talk to makes me feel like it's a super hot take. They're always like, "What?"
Ron, Drake is top 5 greatest musician.
I never said
of all
anything
time.
about that. I just said that I feel like he's on the downside of his peak.
I think the only person probably bigger than him is Michael.
I'm not gonna say.
I think it's
anything else,
Michael,
man.
but
It's
that's
okay.
me.
Yo, he's good, man. He's good.
He's a great still. Definitely he's a great. Damn, I wasn't higher than Michael. That's a good conversation for another day still, because I'd have to sit down and actually think about that, because it's like, what are we basing this off of? And that's the main thing I think what it matters. Are we basing it off performance? Are we basing it off of numbers? Because if it's numbers, then
It's
obviously Drake blows him out the water.
No, but numbers only come into play now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. It all depends what we're looking at. Are we looking at impact on the culture? Are we talking about impact on the world? Are we talking about like the influences that they've had on like a bunch of other people?
I feel like Michael has to be at the top because if you go anywhere in the world, it's like Coca-Cola. Everywhere you go, everyone knows about Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but Drake's also like a
I
universal
don't
name.
feel like he's everywhere though.
It's in a lot of places though.
I don't feel like he's everywhere though.
Gotta wait and see when he decides to take time on the rapping and I guess move on to movie acting.
Yo, he's an actor first, right?
Yeah.
Rapper second.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
playing his
He's
role.
good at both.
Degrassi.
A lie? All right, guys. We're gonna wrap up the pod for this week. Just wanted to say thanks for coming through for this episode 27.
For sure, man.
Hopefully we can come to have this again, and hopefully I can come true on knowledge and nonsense and speak
for
bare
sure.
nonsense.
Yo, you will, man. Don't worry. That's all we speak.
All
Very
nonsense,
little
no knowledge.
Very little knowledge, no nonsense.
You guys want to let people know where they could find you, socials, any things you guys have upcoming you wanted to look out for?
Oh, well, we're on IG, KNN Podcast. So KNN Podcast. We're on Twitter, KNN Pod. Our podcast streams on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, places like that. Things that we have upcoming. No, we're just, we're just like, pounding the concrete, man. Just working, trying to get better, That's all we're doing.
For sure. And, you guys follow, listen, our episodes come out on Sundays.
Yeah, Sunday mornings, 8 a.m.
You guys got early in the morning.
Yo, man, we're trying to be like 60 minutes, Every Sunday comes out, yo.
Right before everyone got to go to church,
Hello? Well, you can't listen to bare nonsense before you go to church. That's after church service.
Okay, sorry. The nonsense is the topics we talk about, and we're just trying to, inform people. Mm-hmm. So the knowledge comes from Mike and I.
All right, yo, thanks again for coming through.
For sure.
As I said at the beginning of the pod, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, rate us, all that goodies, so we can keep leveling up the podcast. You guys can tell by the voices here that we're sounding blessed. Put my mouth a little closer to the mic. But yeah, tune in next week for episode 28. Peace out.
Yeah.